What makes a man? What makes a real man? What is a man? What makes you a man? I don't really like those questions. I just don't, 'cause there's a lot of different answers that you can get from them depending who you ask. Like, if you go on a biological standpoint, you could say that, oh, a man has a Y chromosome and a penis and testicles and no boobs and yeah. But then that brings up the question of, or not the question, but the topic of intersex people. You can have a person with a Y chromosome but have a vagina and a uterus and boobs but be like sterile, like, and they would have a Y chromosome. I mean, yeah. And it also goes the other way, like, what makes a woman? Oh, it's someone who has boobs and a vagina and 2X chromosomes. Well, you can have a guy with a penis and testicles and have 2X chromosomes. I mean, there'd also be a Y chromosome in there, but 2X chromosomes. A guy can have 2X chromosomes. So, on a biological standpoint, it doesn't really make much sense for what makes a guy, just because intersex people exist. So there's that. And then if we're just going purely off of stereotypes, we have, you know, oh, to be a man you gotta be like big and burly and tall and hairy and lumberjack and misogynist and women hater and I treat women like pigs. And that's one stereotype. And then there's another completely different stereotype of gentlemen and be nice and clean shaven and have short hair and open the door for ladies and treat them wonderfully and have a deep voice and be suave and smooth and always make the first move, and like opposite end of the spectrum of big burly man. Like, there are so many different stereotypes for men that asking what is a real man or what makes a man is also arbitrary, because you get these different answers that are stereotypes, but they're very different stereotypes, yet widely held, yet widely held stereotypes. So that's yeah. Like, there's no like consistent answer, so this question's more of a personal perspective question. And oh my gosh, like, I also dislike it when people say like, oh, you did this so you're not a real man, or you have this so you're not a real man. And if anybody ever tells you this, it is not true. You are a man, you're just not their ideal man. So if somebody says a real man wears pink and I don't like to wear pink, I'm still a man, I'm just not their ideal man. So it's more of a personal question, because everyone has their ideal picture of what is man and what is woman. And you can't really change people's perspectives. They gotta change it for themselves. But the main point which has been expressed this week is that if you identify as a guy, you are a guy. I mean, that is it, really. That's all it takes to be a guy. And some politicians and people of this world may argue, oh, well then I could just say I'm a guy and walk into the guy's bathroom and be like, nice dick, oh, never mind, I'm a girl now, and vice versa. Like, that's one of the arguments that's been going on for California and the whole, like, inclusion of trans kids and people in schools. The argument is just like, oh, I was trans for a minute, but now I'm not anymore. Like, it's bullshit. Like, if you identify as male. Like, you don't even have to identify wholeheartedly as male. You just gotta identify it as it. Like, at least some part of your being needs to identify as it. Then you are male, or partly female, depending how you identify. It's all up here. It's all in your brain. That's it. Don't listen to the biological viewpoints or the personal stereotype viewpoints. Like, I mean, you can listen to them, but don't, like, read into them. Yeah. That's all I have to say, so... yeah, I'll see you all next week. Bye!